All right, everybody, let's go. Splinterlands had one of the most amazing AMAs I've seen in a long time. Matt returned after being gone for so long, and it's like, how did he hide this much from us? So they got the town hall summary up first, but I just watched this a few hours ago, so I'm going to be doing a lot of this from memory, and boy, is it amazing. But before we get into this, I got to give away that DEC so I don't forget. So here's everybody on the wheel from last time. We'll do 2 shuffles. We got 41 people. Who's going to win that 1,000 DEC? And trust me, you'll be glad you got it because you can go buy a few cards, hopefully. Oh, Jenna, my classic Telegram user, almost got it. But we got someone I don't fully recognize, but congratulations. I'll get that DEC sent out to you. I've been thinking about buying Mylor and Lorena, and I just don't know if I should. It would roughly cost a little over $3,000, it looks like, to get those cards to a maxed out summoner. And the question is, does Rift Watchers have cards to make them not as dominant in the future set? If so, their value will go down. You could get them cheaper. And will dice eventually get taken out of the new modern set, or do they stay in when Rift Watchers is there? It sounds like they'll stay in because I don't think they'll reprogram it that soon. So you're going to have both dice and Rift Watchers in the newer set, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see if it's worth it to come get a Mylor and a Lorena, or if maybe we just skip them and hope that you get something comparable in the Rift Watcher set, because these are the kind of summoners we're going to be comparing the dice set to the set that comes out for Rift Watchers. But that is not what happened today. That's not what got me so pumped up. Matt finally showed up, and he finally talked about the changes coming to the rewards of ranked play. Now, we didn't get everything figured out, but we got an idea of what they're looking to roll out in April, and there are some major fun changes. Okay, so we'll start off with the thing that is not as big, and then we'll do the bigger part of this. So the thing that is not as big is something that I've kind of hinted to you in the past if you've been watching my videos. We already saw this one time, right? You have a chance to get a pack now, only at least if you're in Silver 3, and the chance is better once you're in the upper leagues. He's going to do the same thing to all the rewards. But this means that now when you do your quest every day, you're going to get to open like 10 chests. They could even make it 15 chests. They'll pick some number that's a lot bigger for the daily quest. It's not going to go up when you go up in leagues. We're going to open up 10 chests for the daily quest no matter where you are. But your ability of getting a better item is going to be higher if you're in the upper leagues. And it's going to be substantially higher when it comes to certain things. And so you're going to be more incentivized to level up your cards if you want to get better rewards. But also the rewards will get better for everyone because no more DEC in bronze DEC should come back to bronze. Why can DEC come back to bronze? Because they figured out a different way to fix the farming problem. If you don't buy cards in the future, you won't earn rewards. Yes, I said that right. No more buy a Spellbook, get level 1 free cards, and then go ahead and come farm the game. Matt said something today that I never even realized, and if I would have realized this, I would have realized it was bad for us. That basically, if a bot user comes into this game today and they want to open up 100 accounts, he said 1,000, but I'll do 100 for easier math. He's going to spend $1,000 on those books, then he's going to pay a bot person, or he's going to have purchased a bot, he's going to run it, he's going to farm, and eventually he's going to get that $1,000 back. That player only leached resources from the rest of us. They did not add anything into the game economy for us. They gave money to Splinterlands when they bought Spellbooks, whoopee for them, but all they did to us was deflate card prices as they pushed them out and deflate prices of every asset that they earned because they were dumping it to get their $1,000 back, and now it's just a source of income for them. Those 100 accounts just running on auto in the background. That breaks the flywheel. And a flywheel is not something I've heard Splinterlands talk about, but it's what every game aims to have. My last Celsius video talked about how they have a great flywheel, and this now makes me realize I should look at Celsius this way. I should look at Splinterlands the same way. Do they have a great flywheel, and does it work? And then I would have saw that this is broken. Why is it broken that you can farm rewards with just the level 10 Spellbook? Because that means that I can buy 10,000 accounts and I can have 10,000 Cursed Wendigo's. Why is that a problem? Why is it a problem that I can farm with 10,000 Cursed Wendekus? No big deal to you guys, right? Oh, wait, that's a huge deal. And the reason I'm using this example is because this card, if we go to the market, there are... let me go to the market screen, sorry, so I can prove my point a little bit better. Rare Death. This card is probably one of the premier cards for bronze, right? He has Thorns at level 1. He totally ruins your day. But if you look at the market, there's only 354 of him on sale. So can 10,000 bots run level 1 Cursed Wendekus and earn rewards? No. As of today, at the most that you could purchase is 354. Look at some of these other rare cards. They're even less than that. And people are selling some of these cards for like 13 cents and 10 cents. And pretty soon bot owners are going to need to come in and buy up all of these cheap cards once word gets out about these changes. Because if you want to run a bot now, when you play a match, you'll earn less rewards for every single card that is a free card that you use. Even so, if you need to purchase them, even if it's just one copy of each card, you need to buy one copy of each card. Well, what happens when all of those bots accounts need to decide to come in and at least invest into one copy of each card they want their bot to run? Now, it's true, they could just buy one team or two teams and set their bot to play on those two teams, and it will still be able to farm them some decent rewards. But they now are going to have to be card purchasers, not just Spellbook purchasers. What does that now mean for bot accounts when it comes to the player economy? They are helping you more than they ever did before. They are helping you because they take cards off the market in mass quantities. If I want to run 100 bots and I want to say get them to at least have I don't know, 3 to 4 cards that earn, then that is going to take off somewhere between 300 and 400 cards off of the market and into those accounts. If I'm running thousands of accounts, it's even more. Thousands of cards that need to be put into those accounts so they can actually earn. Now, obviously, they can earn rewards cards, and then when they use those in their battles, they'll be able to earn more. But those ones aren't always used that often in the premier teams. So you're not going to be able to see bots that are coming out there playing the absolutely best team for the best mana source and earning rewards unless they invested into those cards. They're going to have to have bought them or they won't earn anything. So you're going to see these cards that are really popular in bronze get really expensive because you're going to see better rewards in bronze, but you're going to have to have invested to get into it. Now, what does that mean for you new players who are coming into the game? Are you going to be screwed now? No, because they do realize that if they're going to take away the ability for you to earn when you buy your Spellbook, there's going to have to be some kind of mechanism for you to go ahead and start to earn once you've bought your Spellbook. The answer to this is that they're going to take a portion of that sale of the Spellbook and give it to the player in the form of credits. Now, this is to be determined. This part sounded a little bit shaky, exactly how much credits, but let's say they split it 5 and 5. So you come into the game, you pay $10 for your Spellbook, you get $5 worth of credits, and you get to go ahead and go out to the market and buy it. And then Splinterlands gets $5. So they get a little bit less income coming to them, but when that player goes out to the marketplace and buys cards, they get a cut off of that, so they don't really lose half of it. They lose a little bit less, and the player market now and the card market in general gets to gain that much more money coming into the ecosystem buying cards. That is an incredible boon for us. It is an incredible change for the marketplace. When you have $4 packs, the rare cards from those packs should not be worth 70 cents or 50 cents or 60 cents. Realistically speaking, if you thought back in the day, if you paid $4 for a pack and it came with 5 cards and you only got one rare, then that rare you wouldn't want to be selling for any less than say $2 to $3. That is probably where these cards are going to start going, because when you have to have them to earn in the game and there's no more free earning by any account that has no skin in the game, it's going to change everything, and it's going to make this so much better for you if you are a real player of this game, if you've been collecting your cards, and if you've been trying to level up. And bronze is going to get better. Overall, it's amazing. They've also said that they're going to have some mechanisms now to help help incentivize you to keep playing the game. I don't know what it's going to be, but they're saying basically a lot of players right now campaign. If you're in bronze, you come into the game, it's farm, 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 and then you go ahead and open up one chest and you get a potion. And in the whole time you're fighting bots that are extremely hard to beat. Well, now a lot of those bots are going to go away. The ones that aren't willing to invest into cards are going to go away. The ones that do get cards are going to stay. But you're going to see this drastically change, hopefully next month in April when they roll it out. And you're going to all of a sudden get to the point where you grind through the day. And now you get to open up 10 chests. You get to have that little adrenaline rush a lot more times. And I don't know if it'll be exactly 10. If it'll be 10 in every one. Maybe it'll be something like you earn, I don't know, 10, 15, 20. But overall, they sounded more like it would be the same amount of chests everywhere with better percentages to get better items on the top. Now, if you're a top champion player, what does this do for you? It makes those cards you can get way more valuable. So congratulations. It makes the daily quest way more fun because you're going to have a better chance to get epic cards, to get the rare cards, to get the gold foil legendaries. All of those are going to happen more often to you now to reward you for having that big collection and playing in the Diamond League or playing in the Champion League, as it should. And now if you have a maxed out set and you want to chill down in silver, well, then you're only going to be opening chests with silver rewards chances. Those aren't going to be as good as gold, and they're not going to be as good as diamond. They're not going to be close to a champion. So hopefully maybe that ends some of that. Now, it won't end immediately because they're not going to adjust the leaderboard yet. Matt talked about it. He said he needs to look at it. It definitely needs to change, but that it's just not part of their first thing. Right now, they want to change the game to dramatically increase their flywheel, drive more money into the card market, which in turn drives more money to the players who have cards, which is hopefully you, and they want to also change around all the incentives to keep you to play. I don't know everything that they're going to do because he didn't say everything, but the main point was that you weren't going to be able to earn anymore with the free cards. No more free cards earning. All those cards are removed from the whole equation of how many cards are in the game. I mean, just think about it. Literally, if there are 10,000 bot accounts, and most people would probably say there was more, and they're all using Cursed Wendeku, well, there's only 354 of him. You can't use them anymore and earn money. You're going to have to come over here and purchase one of these, and then after you buy just a handful at this 78 cents, it's going to go up to 80, it's going to go up to 90, and then we're going to see the card starting to actually sell up here around this $2 mark, I think. And that's just how I feel will happen. Now, this could hurt overall how many accounts you see playing this game, but it should improve it for everyone that actually plays the game that is an actual person and not just trying to bot the account to suck money out of it. I think all of us will take a little dip in active accounts if it means the overall marketplace and overall structure of this becomes healthier. Now we have to go ahead and get back into here really quickly. I'm going to try to rush through this because there was just so much in here. It was crazy. So Modern and Wild is also going to be coming out in April. The new reward structure that I've already talked about comes out in April. SPS private distributions start to end. So if those private distributions have been dumping the token, they won't be getting any more out of April. So maybe we start to see that going up a little bit. And we got updates about Rift Watchers and SPS Validators and land that we're going to go over. It's all just amazing. I can't even... it was an amazing AMA to listen to. I would say if you got the time, listen to it. I'm going to listen to it again to make sure I didn't mix anything. But overall, they're doing a lot of stuff to fix their flywheel and not let people just be able to suck rewards out of this system without putting money into it. Okay, so from land, the updates were absolutely crazy. We all knew that they were planning on pretty soon letting us change our tokens that we currently have land in for actual land pieces, so we would know what kind of land they were, what kind of things were on them. But we found out that one of the things that Matt has been doing with his extra time that he has off, and thank goodness they expanded the team, is he's been super studying what's out there in the world of DeFi, what's out there in the world of GameFi. And he started to realize that when land comes out, there should be their own marketplace for the resources that you're creating. So let's say you own a bunch of swamps and you're creating whatever swamps create, noxious gas or something, whatever resources those swamps create. Well, you're going to be able to be an LP provider if you want for that resource. And if you're providing LP, there's going to be some gamification there to some stuff that you can earn. This is amazing because if they are going to build a DeFi platform that works as the marketplace of the land ecosystem for us to buy and sell and provide liquidity of the different resources that are used to create items, along with a marketplace for you to sell those items. That is not just an expansion to the game. It's a brand new DeFi platform. That means there could be use cases for DEC, there could be use cases for SPS, and there will definitely be use cases for all of the new resources that we get to create with our lands. This is super bullish. I never imagined it would work like that. I thought we would go ahead and I don't know why it didn't dawn on me, because they said that you wouldn't be able to make stuff by yourself, that even if you had 100 or 200 lands, you wouldn't be able to make stuff by yourself. You might even need, even people with regions might need a little bit of help, because there was just going to be that hard to be able to really craft these items and to get all the right land types to create everything that you need to craft something. There was going to have to be some bartering and some trading, and now we fully understand that they're expanding this to create this amazing world where we're going to have the Splinterlands resource marketplaces with these LP farms built into them, and that's absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see us actually see what this is about and how it's going to work, but it's going to be pretty wild, without a doubt. And now in SPS, so the big change that we heard here, we always knew that the SPS validators were going to be built similar to the way the Hive validators are built, or the EOS ones, or any of the proof of stake delegation ones, where you get a top 21 that are voted on by the stakeholders. But Matt has been thinking for a little while, and he does understand that hive mind mentality can lead to some problems eventually. It leads to the possibility of kind of hostile takeovers of the chain, bad actors within the top 21, or relatively good people just being locked out of being validators, and it limits the amount of people who are willing to do it. Like myself, I have a decent amount of SPS staked, but I'm not one of the super whales. I definitely want to be a validator. I want to support the game. I want to put a server up in a virtual environment and just make sure that we're part of this. And maybe with my YouTube channel and my reach and my guild, if they supported me, I could get into the top 21. Maybe, but probably not. I don't know. Not if the really, really big rich list people decided they didn't want to vote for me and just wanted to vote for people that they liked. That means that maybe I would have got to the point where I'm like, well, I wanted to, I tried, it just isn't making any sense. I'm paying this monthly amount. I'm not even getting a speculative reward that I could do this. So now they're going to create 2 rewards pools with the money that they had set aside for this. It's not like they're creating any more tokens, but they did say that they're going to release a license that we can buy, similar to the Gala Games node licenses, if you know anything about that. And if you run the node with one of these licenses, regardless of who is voting for you and how many votes you have, you will still earn rewards for running the nodes. He did say that in the very beginning, these licenses might look like you're buying them at a loss compared to what you can earn, but that's only because the SPS token is only at a dime. To get back to this a little bit more, he's basically saying that he can't believe people don't see what Splinterlands is going to be and that SPS token is down so low. He said it doesn't make any sense that the last time we saw SPS up near like $1 was when you could use them and get discounts to go ahead and buy Chaos Legion packs. Now you have Rift Watchers getting ready to come out, and you can only buy those with SPS tokens. You've got these special promos coming out that you can only buy with SPS tokens, and you've got validator licenses that you can only buy with SPS tokens. How many times do they have to tell you that you can only buy things with SPS tokens before people start to realize you need to have a big amount of SPS tokens? I'm starting to realize that I've been staking all of mine, and I might have to save up a decent pool of liquid tokens to get ready to be able to purchase these things when they come out. And that is crazy. It's definitely time in my mind, even though you can't take this as financial advice, because I'm just a Splinterlands player, bit of a YouTube entertainer, but I'm going to be buying tokens. I already started buying tokens. I've started adding them to my account. Also, the tournament stuff has just been really, really cool. If you have stake tokens, you can get into these tournaments and win hundreds of SPS if you go on a winning streak. And if you lose, you usually get back what you put in. So it's definitely worth trying to play in if you can be competitive at those levels that the tournaments are at. Obviously, you can't join a diamond tournament with level 6 cards and expect to win a lot of money. But if you have maxed out cards, even if it's not all of them, and you get the right matchups, you might be able to win. I know I myself have been winning a decent amount of SPS, but in my first time ever, I actually didn't make the top 128, and I was like, whoa, I got smoked. But also, it depends on who you get to play for your 12 matches. Sometimes you get some okay people, and sometimes you get 12 of the best people, right? So it's been a lot of fun to play in those tournaments. The game is just going great places. There was some creative updates that they gave us a look at the first one of the legendary summoners that will be coming out. It looks like, because this is the first one that they're making, it'll be the life team to get their first legendary summoner. This is pretty interesting because I thought the life team already was pretty strong. I used them a lot, and they definitely, with their taunt and armor and resurrecting, can make some very frustrating decks to have to fight. And now we're going to get another summoner. You know, any guesses what he's going to do? I'd love to see. I haven't thought one up yet, but you can look into it and tell me what you think. This green glow is pretty interesting. He has a lot of green in here, a lot of glowing green, but I'm not thinking that's poison. I'm not. I don't. Waka just got poison. Doesn't make any sense to me. So what else could green be? Healing, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see what this guy can do. I like the concept art. It looks really cool. It should be pretty fun. We got some other stuff that came out that was kind of interesting. They really want to start putting out short films. They mentioned a little part that it would be really cool for them to get into doing like a Splinterlands Anime series, because they do understand that when you look at a game like Pokemon, the gameplay has never been that amazing. The card game, I would say, is subpar when it came to rules and how it worked. They still sold a ton of stuff, and a ton of people have played their games, whether they're good or not, because of the show and how many people fell in love with that. The Splinterlands Imagine Dragon trailer is here if you want to check it out on the post. We're going to have just a lot of cool UI changes coming. All of this got put to shame by the stuff that Matt came out and talked to us about land. And then Matt kind of ended with this idea that it makes sense for people to start to look at Splinterlands as a complete DeFi platform. That eventually it would make sense that you could take your cards and your lands and your different things and go ahead and take loans out against them in DEC. This is an entirely different way to look at this game, but it's always kind of reminded me that it is a bit like a DeFi platform. The people who got in early are doing the best. The people with the most resources are doing the best. But at the same time, it's a game. So it's like a DeFi platform backed with a game behind it instead of a token. It's an amazing thing to think of. I hope you guys really take the time to check out this AMA if you can. At least listen to the first half with Matt, but he was chiming in all over the place, dropping all kinds of amazing knowledge, and then they said he's not going to be back for a month. What the heck is up with that? But I just wanted to get this out today. I might even do a follow-up after I've listened to everything again, just in case I missed anything. But this one was amazing. There was so much alpha that came out in this, so many new things, and it made me so much more bullish on the game. You just, to me, have to look at the supply of some of these cards and understand that when you can't play the game for free anymore and you have to come and purchase these cards, that people are going to have to come and purchase them. And remember, once you own them and you can farm forever. So it's not like the guys who paid $10 and have been farming hundreds of dollars won't go, all right, I'll spend another 10 to put together a few teams while they're cheap. Oh, I'll spend another 20 to put together a few teams while they're cheap. And eventually they'll be like, wow, $300 to put together a team? Never mind. We don't know if it'll reach those levels exactly, but there's going to be some give and take here. And then on top of that, land is coming out, and it's going to be an amazing DeFi platform, and we need to stake our monsters on those lands. There's going to be a monster shortage. I'm glad I've got mine. I'm glad I got 3 accounts with cards over level 6. I put together my entire Chaos Legion maxed out now. So that was a cool accomplishment. I told you all I was working on that, so we'll check it out. There they are, every single card maxed out, including my brand new Carnage Titan. I'm going to do a video talking about him, but I need to use him a little bit in battle to see if he works, because I don't want to tell you what I think of the card until I've been able to use it, and I just haven't had it long enough to actually use it in battle yet. All right, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you to the new subscribers. Congratulations to the Splinterlands player, because the team is doing amazing things for you. Amazing things for you. And this channel is going to be a lot of fun in April when this stuff starts rolling out. I can tell you that much. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.